Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be discussing which one of these villains' introductions was the best. Now, before we get into that, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Now, getting right into it. The first one I'm going to take out is probably Zeke's Beast Titan. I don't know if it's really. It's definitely not the best. It's definitely not the most interesting. It was definitely weird. It was kind of like a weird thing that happened. I don't think it deserves the number one spot on this list. And the next one I'm taking out, and this one's probably a little bit of whatever the opposite of recency bias is. It's been forever since I've seen Dragon Ball Super, so I can't really remember like the context or the impact of it that much. So I'm taking that one out next. It probably deserves to be a little higher. Again, it's just been so long since I've seen it. It's not really fresh in my mind. The next one I'm taking is Meruem. It wasn't that shocking. It wasn't that. I mean, it's definitely cold. It was a pretty cool introduction to him, but I mean, it's not. I think we all kind of saw something like that coming. Like, it wasn't like a shock. I mean, even though he did kill one of his own guys. It wasn't that insane, I think. The next three are definitely could all be contenders for number one, in my opinion. Next one I'm taking out is Lucius from Black Clover. That was just like such a. It's funny because in the beginning I thought Julius might be a bad guy because it kind of had like that weird kind of vibe to him. But then it turned. You think no, there's no way he's a villain, and technically he wasn't the villain. Technically, it was Lucius is a different guy. Technically, I guess. But and dude, and just the way it happened, and it was like at the end of like, at the very end of a chapter, and then Black Clover kind of went on a hiatus for a little bit, if I remember correctly. So then it was like, not only do I not know what just happened, now I have to wait to see what comes of this for an extended period of time. That makes it even more crazy to me. But the top two, I think they're both the best, but in different ways. Madara and Blackbeard. Blackbeard is the best on this list, I think. In it's not like the most flashy, most extravagant one on the list, not by a long shot. But it was just the way it kind of sets up the parallel between Luffy and Blackbeard, and the way, because like, I don't know how to really explain what I'm trying to say here, but like, he was being like really affirming and positive and saying like, that guy, that guy's like wrong, like you're right, you're what you did in there was good, blah blah blah, saying the Sky Island is real and all this stuff. It seems like a really positive interaction based on like on the surface, but then Luffy and Zoro like don't have the reaction that like they trust this guy. Like they don't respond, they don't say a single word to him back, but just like the look they give him, it's like they know this guy's like not on their side, where usually Luffy like always wants to be somebody's friend and wants to tell them to join the crew, blah blah, you know what I'm saying? So like, it really sets up, from a narrative standpoint, I think it is the most interesting one on this list. But Madara fighting the freaking Madara destroying an entire army by himself is way far and above the coolest thing on this list. It has to be. And, from a narrative standpoint, it also was a real curveball too, because we thought Madara was freaking Obito, and we didn't even know Obito was Obito. So that was a real kind of like who's on first kind of situation. But all six of these are really cool in their own way. Which one do you think is the best? What's a villain reveal that was not on this list that was pretty cool? Probably going to say Aizen. That's a good one. Yeah, but just let me know in the comments which one you guys think is the best. Thanks for so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment what kind of videos you want to see next. I'd really appreciate that input. And again, make sure to give me a like and a follow. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, you son of a. Oh, and also check out Coffee Brand Coffee, link in the description if you're watching on YouTube.